Hey, sweeties. Oh, I've got a good one for you today. Today, we are going meatless using Meatless Farm plant-based burgers. We're making meatless katsu burgers, and we're going to do it in the air fryer, and we're going to fry it on the stovetop. Yeah, I'm going to show you two ways to do these Meatless Farm katsu sandos. It's going to be a good one. Yes, please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell. And now let's get into these Meatless Farm katsu sandos. Thank you to Meatless Farm for sponsoring this video and sending over their plant-based, meat-free, gluten-free, soy-free, non-GMO burgers. Katsu is a Japanese term for a breaded and fried cutlet. I got the idea to do this plant-based breaded and fried cutlet from a local restaurant called Momonoki. I haven't tried theirs, but I thought it was a great idea and a great way to use these plant-based burgers. We're going to get started making our coleslaw first, and I'm using a bag of pre-shredded coleslaw mix. We've got our coleslaw mix pre-shredded in the bowl. We're going to add some mayo. This is a vegan, dairy-free, no egg mayo. And that's about 1/4 cup. And you can adjust that to your liking. We'll do a little bit of relish. This is a nice sweet relish. And that's about 1/4 cup as well. We'll put that in there. Gives us some sweetness and a little crunch of pickles. We're going to do some rice vinegar for a little tart, and you can add apple cider vinegar if you like. A little splash of that. And what I like to do is grate a Vidalia onion into the mix. So the sweet Vidalia onions, watch those fingers. Yeah, I'm using the old-fashioned knuckle buster, but they really add a nice bite, but they're not super sharp and harsh like a regular yellow or white onion. These are very, very sweet. Great to eat raw. And you'll see when I grate it like this, it gets really, really fine and it can blend right into that slaw mix. You can slice it super thin if you like, but I love this grated Vidalia onion in my coleslaw. Add a pinch of salt and a little pepper. Not too much, just a little bit. And then toss it around. We're going to park this in the fridge until our katsu is done. Now we'll make our faux tonkatsu sauce. So this is just using things that I have in the pantry. It is not at all authentic, but it's pretty darn tasty. We're going to use ketchup, and I'll put the recipe with all the amounts in the description box. We'll put a dash of Worcestershire sauce, and this is not a vegan Worcestershire sauce, but there are vegan Worcestershire sauces available, Annie's organic mix one. A little apple cider vinegar, just a splash. You can use you can use rice vinegar for that too. Touch of brown sugar. I'm not going to use all of that because the ketchup is already sweet. And put a little garlic powder. A little bit of applesauce. And if you can find a natural applesauce, that's even better. And a little soy sauce. This is low sodium soy sauce. So whisk that up together. You give it a little taste and see how you like it. If you need more sugar or more soy sauce, but we will park this in the refrigerator until we're ready to serve. Now we're going to start our dredging station. We have some all-purpose flour down here. I have to add just a pinch of that Sweet Savant seasoned salt in there. Oh yeah, got to get that good flavor in there and just make sure it's spread around. Try to get out some of the big lumps because you don't need that. Now, instead of using egg, we're going to use some more of that just mayo. Add that in there and a bit of oil. And let's whisk it to thin it out some. We'll put a little more oil in there. And we're winging this, folks. I have never done this before, but we need a substitute for whole eggs or eggs because we're trying to keep this vegan. So we'll whisk this up together. Let's thin it out a teeny bit more. And that's just a little grapeseed oil. All right. And then the last step in our dredge is going to be panko breadcrumbs. That's going to give us a nice crisp crunch. Now we'll take our Meatless Farm plant-based burgers. They come 2 in a pack, so I have 2 packs. These were thawing in my refrigerator. Put this down. We're going to put it in the flour and coat it on all sides. Knock off the excess flour. And the flour is to help everything else stick. Now into our mayo and oil mixture and just get that well coated. And then into the breadcrumbs. Oops, sorry, move that out the way. Press it in a bit, not too much because we don't want to break up the patties. We want everything to stick. And we'll repeat that process with the rest of our patties. We're going to do a quick sauce with some of that, more of that just mayo, dairy-free mayo. We'll do some sriracha. Oops, I didn't open the top. A little sriracha. And you know what I'm going to say. Some of that Sweet Savant seasoned salt and mix that up. Sorry for that air fryer noise. That's going to be nice, a nice spread for our Meatless Farm katsu sando. The Ninja Foodi Grill XL says to add food, so that's what we're going to do. We have it set on air crisp at 400 degrees. We've got our breaded Meatless Farm burgers, plant-based burgers. We're going to put in there. And I'm going to brush with a little bit of oil because I broke my oil sprayer. So I'm just trying to be really delicate and brush with a little oil. And then when it's time to flip these over after about, let's say, 7 minutes, we'll brush the other side with oil. Let's check on those Meatless Farm burgers in the Ninja Foodi. Wow, that looks really good. Listen to that sizzle. It's getting brown. We're gonna turn it carefully because we don't wanna, wow. I mean, I don't need to baste that with any oil because you know what? It had that oil in it already. So you could probably even skip basting it with oil. That looks great. That looks great. Let's go for another 5 minutes, then we'll check the temperature. Then we're gonna take 2 of these patties and we're gonna do it a more traditional way and we're gonna fry it. And this is some neutral vegetable oils, nice and hot, carefully. You can deep fry it if you want. We're gonna have to flip these halfway through cooking. Let that fry up and then we'll flip them around in about 3 minutes. It's time to flip. Let's take a look. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Our panko breadcrumbs held on nicely. That looks really good. Let that go for another 2 or 3 minutes and we'll be ready to build our sandwiches. These are beautifully browned. We're gonna take those off and just Drain it on a paper towel to collect some of that excess oil. And then now we'll go get our other 2 patties out of the Ninja Foodi XL Grill, and we'll see what they look like side by side. All right, now we have these out of the Ninja Foodi Grill XL. Wow. Let's get a close up on that. Looks good. We'll do the same thing, just dab it off there. And I think most of this is coming from that oil and eggless mayo that we used to help their panko coating adhere. Let's see the side by side. So this is out of the more traditional fried, just fried in a little oil. It's a little darker, but that's just a factor of how high I had the heat. And then we have these out of the Ninja Foodi Grill. I'm very happy with both of those. I'm gonna put them both side by side so you can see the difference. Now it's time to build our Meatless Farm katsu sandos. We're gonna do one on a burger bun and one on just some toasted bread. So this is the deep fried one, that deep fried Meatless Farm patty, dredged with flour. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's put a little bit of that sriracha eggless mayo on the bottom. Put a little bit on that too. Put my katsu, ooh, that's a perfect fit, katsu Meatless Farm burger on there. This is the air fried katsu Meatless Farm burger on that side. We're gonna do the slaw we made earlier. And I have some vegan cheese, vegan not quite cheddar. What was it called? It's called Just Like Cheddar Slices by Violife. It's got a very mild cheddar taste. It melted okay too. Got soft and the texture was good. Put our slaw on. Then we can drizzle with that katsu sauce. A little katsu sauce. Some pickles. And you can load this up however you like. I'll put some pickles on it. Then pickled jalapeños, and I have a video on how I make, these are brown sugar pickled jalapeños. Oh, these are so good. I get this recipe from my mom. She taught me how to make these, and we keep these in the fridge at all times. A little spice, a little heat, a little sweet, really, really tasty. Put a couple of those on there. Now we're gonna slice them up. Now let's cut this bad boy. And take a look. Ooh, that looks delicious. This was the air fried one. Yum. I'm gonna need a toothpick to hold that together. Let's come over to this, the fried one. That looks great. That looks great. Wow. Okay, let's give them a try. Let's give it a taste. First, we're gonna start with the air fryer version. That's really tasty. I love the way this turned out. The breading is light, but still crispy. And you get that crispiness, even though there's bread on the sandwich. It does give you a nice texture. This is a soy-free Meatless Farm patty. It's really good. So this is the air fryer version. And now I'm going to try the fried version. Let's see. Again, very good. Both the patties turned out juicy, crispy, great texture. Either way, I'm very happy with the sandwiches, air fried or deep fried. You know, I love a little fried food, and this, it's delicious, it's crispy, it's moist. The air fryer version, also delicious, crispy, and moist. Like, I'm happy with both of those. This is not like a battle or anything, so if I had to choose one, which one would I take? I think the fried one, maybe because it cooked for a shorter time in the oil, has a little more moisture than the air fried one. So that's really the only edge that I think the deep fryer, the fried one has. But they're both absolutely delicious. I urge you to give it a try. I'll have the links in the description box so you can get the information on Meatless Farm's products. They have breakfast sausage patties and links around that you can make a pasta sauce or something with it. Lots of variety. And they're coming out with new products. I was really happy to sample them a couple of weeks ago, and then they sent us some product to take home. We went to an event. It was lovely. I'll put pictures of that up too, but yeah, really good stuff. So please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and y'all have a delicious day.